can speak English, so it's easy. Exactly. That's what I think too. I can speak English, therefore I win. I'm sure he can't speak English at all. That's definitely the case. But yeah, I think we will start with Sweden. Thank you, Dan. And yeah, I don't really have any reason to drag this out any further. So let's get going. Okay, this already kind of looks like an area where there's just not going to be any info. And I will just fast move until I hopefully get somewhere. I did play a couple of seeds earlier as practice just to kind of play some moving seeds as well. Maybe learn a couple city names. But this actually does look like the middle of nowhere. Anything at this turn off? No. Well. The thing is, the map is pretty balanced in terms of like distribution. So that means it's just as likely to end up in like the featureless north than it is to end up in the south somewhere. Yeah. But Sweden also to me kind of just looks the same everywhere. I mean, not totally, but can't really tell if any given place is going to be north or south. That's my problem. So if the next 1.5 minutes go as the first 1.5 minutes have gone, it might be rough. What was that? Red shed. I could just get like one bus stop. That's all I'm asking for. But I mean, like, there's no people here. Why would there be buses driving around? Yeah, this is horrible. There's just nothing. All right. Okay, well, it's like slightly red. I don't know. I have no info. Okay, good. At least the region guess was good. I will take that. Hello, Perstettli, thank you. Yeah, the internet is actually okay. Like, that was pretty solid. It definitely, I was slightly worried when I spawned in, but it actually turned out okay. Yesterday was just a gray blob and some pixels at the start, yeah. Thank you. All right, that's the one kind of middle of nowhere round with no info that you get in every Coupe de la Ligue Sweden seed. Like, I think I've played 4 or 5 seeds. Wait, I can actually show you. Also, wait, I just realized. Why did no one point this out? Wait, there we go. Now it's actually properly filling out the whole screen. It was just the right side of it cut off. I can in a second, I will, yeah. Okay, I played 4 seeds and they all had one lock that was just not gettable. Wait, let me see. There we go. I went east. Technically, I would assume if I get here, there might be info. Also, if there's any bus stops, but it doesn't look like there's any bus stops along the way. I also don't think I could have gotten to that intersection in time. Yavzio I've never heard of. And I've also not sure I would have been able to in like the very short time I had. Actually, both of those aren't small. But probably, if I could have gotten there, like you can see how far I managed to get in about 2.5 minutes. If I managed to get there, I would have maybe had like 5 seconds, and I would not have known where those places are in that time. Now it looks stretched. Well, it is slightly stretched, but it fills out the whole screen. Instead of just cutting off, like being black for the, I don't know, right 20% of the screen. Yeah, maybe with better internet, I'm absolutely sure you can get to that in 3 minutes. With I think if your internet is as good as it gets, like I think Moo could get to here with about 40 seconds left. And yeah, but I probably can't. Perhaps you didn't notice. Probably, yeah. Should have just left it like that and waited for, to see how long it takes for people to notice. But all right, decent start. God, bro. What what is this seed? This looks a lot more stubborn. Hmm. It kind of like gives me a feeling of I could get somewhere though. Like there's just gonna be a normal road at any point. Oxhausen. Okay, wait. Is there actually no, it's not a dead end. That is not gonna be findable though, at all. Possibly not even when pinpointing. It's probably tiny. But, hmm. Okay. That's nothing. Sannaflokelen. It's still like not actually anything that's even remotely findable. And there's also certainly no buses driving on this road. Surely there'll be a major road right after the next turn. Man, there's not going to be any road. Please tell me this direction wasn't much better. 25 seconds. Nah, this is all just cursed. I don't know. Like it. I'm going here. Okay, it was north again. He went in the exact same place. Yeah, I mean, I did go in a better direction, but I was still like so far away from even getting to the highway. Thank you, Basin. This seat is so stupid. All right, well, what a round. Like the initial vibe I got was more southern. At the end, I felt like it might actually be more north, but I don't know. Whatever. Amazing rounds, yeah. Okay, we're actually in a town. What on earth? What is this? Karlskoga, Högeberg, Björtjörn. I don't know any of them. Kristinehamn. Wait. It's like a highway. I actually originally didn't want to go on this, but it looks good. It's the E18, only like the longest road in the country or something. No, it's not, but okay, there are signs up ahead. Högeberg, Linnebeck, okay. I want to get to that though. Stockholm, and this is the important one. There we go, thank you. There you go. Okay. Hello, Ben. Your Baltic Sea is mapped on Sunday. Yeah. That could otherwise be very rough as well in terms of like area to get very rural locations. And yes, there was a house, Akira. I almost couldn't believe my eyes. Yeah, that was a quick and nice pinpoint. All right, surely more like this. Well, it's rural, but it's at least it's a paved road. What is this? Okay. All right, well, never mind. Okay. Okay. Nothing there. Karbeningbu. Do they actually not have buses in this town either? Did I learn the bus signs for? I got so many of them in practice. Okay. We got Norberg. I have never heard of that. That's a dirt road. Any buses? Maybe? Wait, was that a bus stop? No, that's just a house. Okay. Sala 39. Surely that's findable. Yeah. Thank God. Okay. 9 Norberg is in the other direction. There. Karbening. I don't know. We're somewhere in this vicinity. Okay. Oh, Karbening views down there. That's fine though. Why would they have buses? I don't know. You know, it's the possibility to travel somewhere without owning a car, I guess. Hello, Ash. Is there a bus stop at the end? There might have been. Let me check. Oh, yeah. Over there. Yeah. Yeah, that's what is it even called? Westermanland? Vemtland? Westmanland, that was it, yeah. That would have helped if I had looked at it, but I was kind of like hoping that I would just be able to find Salah, but I guess that was, yeah. I should have definitely looked around at that point to the other side and seen that. Okay, one more round. Okay, this looks good, but I can still throw it, so I'm gonna have to be careful. What did that say? Johnny. Haparanda. Haparanda is here. It is the e4 towards there. And the 352. Okay, the question is, do I want to go that way anyway? Probably. Wait, what? Okay, apparently I can't. That's all right. I want to go that way then. Right. The bus stop. God, I don't actually know that. Okay, wait. That is quite far away though. That I believe is Västernorrland. So it could be Örnsköldsvik. Yeah, the 352 is right there. I believe this should be right. Let me just get, like, I don't know, get down here. There's like a little... Yeah, that looks about right. Where did I start? Parkgatan, Storgatan. Storgatan is here. I think, oh, Parkgatan is just the western part. That's a bit weird. But that's fine. Let's go. Nice. I know Swedish bus stop signs, yes, and they have just helped me win the game. Funnily enough, like, I remember this bus stop specifically. I don't know if you get sort of the same association. But wait, where is it? It was further down, I guess. Yeah, there it is. I remember this as like the recycling symbol. And that worked for me to sort of have like a very easy way to tell it apart from others. Because it just kind of looks like a recycling symbol. Yeah, actually, like, you say the seed started bad, but like the first round was the one round where I actually got all of my points. All of my points advantage came from that. Every town between Sundsvall and Haparanda just has signs on the E4 to E, but yeah, the E4 is just long as hell. Your plans got cancelled because of thunderstorms, so you can do Bundesliga anytime from now on. Ooh. Actually, if you're up for it, we could actually do that live on stream. Like after I finished my Coupe de la Ligue match. That would be cool. How long is hell? I don't know, like 500 kilometers, roughly. I mean, we don't have to if you don't want to. Wait, what did I just wanted to show off me learning bus stop signs for a second. I should measure that. I'd rather not. Like, I actually got quite good at recognizing them. Like, wait, what on earth? Oh yeah, right. So yeah, that's a lot more than 500 kilometers, maybe. Let me measure it. Oh god, yeah, that is gonna be a lot more than 500 kilometers. Whoops. Wait, how far it goes to here, right? Yeah, just a regular. You get more nervous with viewers. Well, they're gonna be viewing me, right? You know. I mean, I'm probably gonna lose anyway. We'll see. But yeah, just I don't know. Just let me know. We better not get Sweden. I hope we get a lot of Sweden. All right. English speaking countries. I hope there will not be. Okay, I can't name every big English speaking country that exists. So I'm just gonna say I don't even know what I want. We'll go. We'll see what happens. Oh, what on earth? That's not what I expected. I mean, it is an English speaking country. Okay, that's a dead end. Where did it? Wait, which direction did I go? I went south, so I must have gone south at the start, surely. Hmm. It really took after the Sweden seat, didn't it? We had to get more rural, middle of nowhere. There's a bunch of like turnoffs here, but would they lead to anywhere? They also just look like they're in the middle of nowhere. Also, where on earth is this? Okay, thank God. Right, county or something? Machakos, thank you. It's like down here, right? Somewhere? Wait, where is Machakos? I don't even know if it is. Wait, it is a county. It says a county. Wait. I'm being stupid and not remembering. There it is, yeah. Okay. Yatta. Could be anywhere. Okay. Anything on this I should probably try to scan. It says Yatta here. Ah, it's up there. I hit this road. Okay. Well, that's 19 points. Okay. Division 1 of German football. Yeah, please, no, please do use distances as sort of like a vague measuring system, but don't use them like you would never use that like you would never say, okay, we're like 700 kilometers southwest of, I don't know. Like, that's something you would never say. But like, it's very helpful if you say like 5 kilometers or 50 kilometers as a rough measuring. Like, it doesn't need to be right. It just needs to represent a concept of close or far. But yeah, it's a German GeoGuessr league. Yeah, I mean, it is English speaking countries, so there's plenty of rural stuff. Or I guess, I don't know. Well, we'll see what comes up. Bro. uh, what did that even say? Envy. Kaya Chichipi. Wait, why is Curacao English speaking? You are that way. Also, I absolutely hate Curacao. So this is not great. Okay. What the heck is Rio Canario? I've never heard of that. Is there going to be another sign somewhere? Brevengard. Brevengard is here. Kayakiwa. It's kind of where I've come from, isn't it? I don't see Kayakiwa anywhere. Pretty straight road. What on earth is that? And it turns south here. This is a pretty straight road. Kayakiwa is up there. And we've come from the north from Kaya Kokorishi. And we started Kaya Tapa something. Tapakonchi. Yeah? Yeah. Okay. They are? Why is Fink in lowercase in emote? I don't know. I guess apparently because I made it that way. Yeah, I don't know. I thought they just speak Dutch and nothing else, but yeah, apparently I was wrong. All right. Oh no. I actually don't think there's anything on there. I think it's a basement, but I don't think there was a province on there. Oh, healthcare. Stores. Sulop, Davao del Sur. Okay. Thank God. I don't actually know how far south Davao del Sur goes. It's kind of a north-south road. And there's mountains to the south. There it is. that store. I don't remember which way I went. Did I go west? Yeah, I did. Hmm. Let's see. What's that? 9B. Gas station. Okay, that's up there. All right. If I go north here, the T intersection. It should be this. Yeah. Okay, but that round was also too easy. They mostly speak Papamiento. I have never heard of that. Interesting. I didn't even know that is a language that exists, which is probably true for a lot of languages that exist, but okay, come on. Something, oh my god. Why? We've legitimately not gotten a country I expected to get in this seed yet. I also do not know where all Philippine provinces are, so this is not really what I want. Because I expect him to know for sure. Mangitahan. Aurora Dilasac. Okay. Okay. This seems to go north for quite a while. And there's a T intersection. If I go west, it looks like there's no more roads heading south. We're probably in this one. If I go south, there's one more. And then there's a four-way. So probably this one. If I go south and I take this one to the next four-way, then go one more, then there should be a church, yeah. Ooh, okay, let's go. Nice. I didn't think it would be lose 20 points on it material, but we got there. How history works? Ah, it's history stuff. The language spelled papiamento in Aruba and papiamento in Bonaire and Curaçao is largely based on Portuguese as spoken in the 15th and 16th centuries and has been influenced considerably by Dutch and Venezuelan Spanish. Interesting. Yeah, now we need something easy. Not Australian outback, please. Just give me New York City. Or Curaçao again. Bruh. Those Karnataka polls. Also, I'm getting reset. Does that work for Karnataka? I think the language works for Karnataka, but I can't read anything, so Tungabhadra Otter Conservation Center. Is that gonna show up on the map? I feel like the likelihood for that to happen is pretty low. But at the same time, the likelihood for information any other fashion is also pretty low. Tiger Reserve. Right. Okay, wait, let it load. Let me put a pin here. It's actually just genuinely not going to load. Okay, whatever. I mean, it wasn't going to have anything on it anyway. Okay, but it's a dead end too, so that's lovely. Wait, Badra Wildlife Sanctuary? That could be something. I don't remember what it said exactly. Wait. Can I get back to that sign in time? I don't remember if it said Badra or Bada or something else. I probably can't. Wait, there's a mountain. Kind of mountains everywhere. But... screw it. We're praying. Okay, that's fine. We clicked the same spot. Ooh. Okay, let's go. Thank you, thank you. Not good, but congrats. Tungabhadra is a river and a reservoir. Why do they have a Bhadra wildlife sanctuary down here and then Tungabhadra is up there? Is Bhadra just a normal word in whatever language that is? Karnatakan? Nice. But yeah, it is kind of Kannada. Okay. It is kind of ironic how, like, last week, when it was all or nothing in a no move seed in the last round, where I was like, please give me an easy round, I got Shitcam Cambodia, where I initially thought it was going to be India before I looked around for a second. It is English because you played English speaking countries. Yep. And then this round, this week, I was like, please give me an easy round. It's India. So I should never ask for an easy round again, apparently. But yeah, this is not findable until you zoom in quite far. But I'll take it. That's all right. Got saved by the Philippines. I did not expect that. But it is kind of very weird to play like the map is literally called English speaking countries, and like there's no Australia, there's no South Africa, there's no United States, there's no Canada, there's no UK, no Ireland, I guess, but you know, they're small. Like I expected it to be like, I don't know, 2 US rounds in Australia, South Africa, and maybe like one other round. Wait, how many locks are there even in Curacao on this map? What was this distribution? English speaking countries. Is it like that? Yeah. The New Zealand or Asia, that is also true. Okay, wait, that's not the right map at all. Wait, let me pull that up. Where is it actually? There you go, geographical areas. Linguistic English-speaking countries. Surely there's a distribution on this. Because that's where I grabbed the flags from. So there's 1,000 locations in Curacao. There's 7.5K in Kenya, okay. 8K in the Philippines. Okay, so it's kind of capped at 8K. All right. So it's really just Curacao that's a bit of an outlier here. Everything else is kind of on 8K locks. All right. 15 Pakistan. Yeah, there's 5 in Vanuatu as well, in Tanzania. 10 in the Pitcairn Islands. 15 Gibraltar. 8 on Akrotiri and Dekelia, and I'm very glad we didn't get that. Yeah, 8 in Cyprus. Wait, are there? I don't see Cyprus on this. Oh, that is Cyprus, sorry. It's like, no, that's not Cyprus, that's Akrotiri and Dekelia. I mixed that up actually, wait. What was I thinking of? I was thinking of the British Indian Ocean Territory, but I guess that's just the UK. So, yeah. All right. We made it to the 4th round, so round of 64. That's also like, I got to round of 64 last season as well, but that's like the furthest I've ever gotten. I've never gotten to round of 32. Curacao with 1,000 locks seems pretty mad. And you've got a lot of intersections in Willemstad. You can definitely make 1,000 locks happen. But yeah, it is not tiny in terms of its location pool. But if you think about it, like Pakistan of essentially being like this tiny bit, wait, where even is it? I don't know, like somewhere around this tiny bit of Pakistan has 50 locks, then that's fine. Should you? That is a good question. I feel like in this instance, the map could generally use a little bit more locations in like the bigger English-speaking countries, but I think overall, like if it's just meant as a diverse map for getting every English-speaking country, then I think it's actually fine. There are a lot more Pakistan trekkers than what I pointed out. I wasn't talking about trekkers though. I was just talking about actual Google coverage. Because I don't. Well, actually, the map must include trekkers if it has Vanuatu. But yeah. Oh, wait, I actually don't remember. Yeah, no, it must be trekker coverage. All right. Anyway, we made it. We're good. So we can play the no move seed without any pressure. Let's see. Kazakhstan. All right. I'm glad we can play it without any pressure, but this is definitely a road that's under construction. Does it mean that it is the construction road? I don't know. But it could be like here, I feel like. Kind of north it curves. I can't tell what the road does after that point. And to the south it curves over to the west. That's kind of a cool thing. A meteorite crater. I don't even know how far up the thing goes. It could also just be here. And, you know, there's just a lake behind these hills. Also possible. But I don't know, because I don't see anything up here that lines up. I don't know how far north this actually goes. So I will actually maybe just go here. I feel like this curve would kind of line up. But, I mean, let's try it. It was actually up there. Okay, it goes further north than I thought it did. It could be some random temple trekkers elsewhere. I mean, we don't know what Pastek did with the map, but you are right. There's a chance that there would be random temple trekkers somewhere. Even though this road existed. Turkey, Molafadil. I'm so bad at Turkey region guessing. That's a big mountain. Not going to be that mountain, is it? It's too close, I feel like. And there are like many more mountains in Turkey. Kind of feels like a solitary mountain though. It's definitely not that. It's not big enough for it to be that. I think the area there is too mountainous. This is not mountainous enough. That doesn't work with the angle. I feel like I'm just going to look around for 45 more seconds and then just leave my pin where it is. Wait, where is it? Why am I looking south of the road? If anything, it would be north of the road. But yeah, I don't see it here, so... Oops. Whatever. If I had to vibe it, I would say it's possibly more east, but I don't really know. All right, we'll leave it there. It was certainly more... Wait, it was there? I did not zoom in far enough. God damn it. I even looked at that. Ah, okay. Yep. Well, okay. A couple points lost. Okay. I mean, it's Germany, but I can't read any of that. And I can't read this landscape very well either. Hmm. It's just not allowed to drive through the middle of the city, but there's no city here. I'm trying my hardest to make out something, but it's not happening. Nope. I don't know. There's mount. I mean, those are. I don't know if in German terms those are already mountains or if they're just hills. It could be down here, I guess. But I wouldn't be super surprised if it's just up north somewhere. Like here-ish, I guess. I mean, there are mountains there too. You know what? Screw it. We're going here. The road actually kind of lines up. I mean, it doesn't down there because it curves the wrong way, but whatever. Don't really know what else to do. It was down there. God damn it. Okay. I'm throwing. That's fine. Yeah, the vector map loads a lot quicker for me than the raster map. But okay. You know, I've been without like 10 kilometers of this. Wait, what would the sign have said? If they just put me like one step closer, could I have... No? Still don't know anything on it? How about this? I genuinely do not know any of those places. I've never heard of any of them. Okay, that's fine. uh, all right then. I want to just go Victoria. Like here-ish. Somewhere. I mean, that looks big enough to definitely be mapped. It's that angle. I don't think the angle's right. Like a degree or two off, but yeah, it's about as good as anything else. Kind of curves over to the right up there, so that does not do that. I might also be completely off, and this could be like Queensland or something. But I don't know. To me, this just looks like Victoria. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, it was actually NSW, but I was closer. Okay. I mean, everything's still possible. We still have a round to go. Okay. I do not know which countries have small cam and which don't. I don't remember what Kamira told me. Like, I remember Kamira told me that, like, birches in the Americas and Europe are different in the sense that for, like, one kind, the bottom of the bark is a lot more, like, I don't know, less clean than this, but I don't remember which is which. Which is, you know, slightly unfortunate. So I can't tell if this is Canada or like Finland, but my initial first impression, or like Sweden or Norway, I guess, I don't really know. My first impression when I spawned in was that this looks like Finland. So I might just leave it there. And will be very glad that this round does not matter to me. Because if it all came down to this, I would be pretty nervous. But okay, it was Finland. He was closer, and I'm glad it doesn't matter, and it doesn't come down to 400 points that I kind of threw in Turkey. All right. Hanging branches and leaves. Okay. Yep, a win is a win. I still think I'm still annoyed about that, but whatever. Could have 3-0'd, whatever. We won 2-1. A win is a win. Yeah. What stays in the winner bracket? I mean, I'm not the only one keeping us alive. Like Jake, Moo, and Fowler are still in it too, but hanging branches and leaves that you can only find in Europe and Russia. Okay, wait, let me actually look at that lock again then. Okay, I actually can't tell. I feel like I'm gonna need comparison pictures, but that's fine. The draw was, you know, not kind, and then you had that seed with 3 times Mexico, which was a bit ridiculous. You almost clutched it at the end because Bastel decided to almost throw for content. But yeah, that was unfortunate. All right.